ओ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं भवानी शंकर वंदे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणं सिद्धास्वन्तस्तनीश्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणम्। नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागम् पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. राम बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. हरिओम. हरिओम. So Hanumanji, he goes to Lanka. I think his first foreign visit, and he has to face a lot of obstacles on the way. He meets Lankini, who gives Ashirwad. Thereafter he meets Vibhishan, and Vibhishan tells him where Sitaji is staying. So he goes there in Ashok Vatika, and hiding behind some leaves on a tree, he is observing Sitaji. She is very unhappy. She's become very thin and constantly remembering Sri Ram. So Hanumanji was wondering what to do. At that time, Ravan comes along with all his wives, and he tries to make Sitaji understand that she should marry him, but she doesn't care for him. She places one blade of grass and speaks to him. She says, "You are like a firefly compared to Sri Ram, who is like the sun." So Ravan gets very annoyed. He takes out his talwar, sword, and wants to kill her. कि सीता ते मम कृत अपमाना कटियाहूं तव सिर कठिन कृपाना. I will cut your head. You have insulted me. Otherwise, you accept whatever I am telling you. You just accept. Nahita sapadi manvam bani sumukhi hoti nata jivanahani. After Doha number 9. So Syama Saroj Dama Samasundar Prabhuja Karikara Samadasakandar. She says, "O Dashakandar, O Ravan, that only the arms of Ramchandraji can come into my neck or your sword." Then she addresses the sword directly. Say Chandrahas. The name of Ravana's sword was Chandrahas. Can you put on this fan? Yeah, it's a bit hot. Or maybe, yeah. Okay. So Syama Saroj, Chandrahasa Harumama Paritapam. Oh, my dear Chandrahas, he's addressing the sword. He says, "Oh sword, please take away all my sorrows, all my pain. You come and hit my neck and let the blood take away all my sorrows. Sitala Nishita Bahasi Bahadhara. Kah Sita Haru Mama Dukha Bhara." May this great sorrow go away. So Ravan was very annoyed and angry because Ravan, he wanted whatever he liked, he just snatched it. And here he wanted Sita ji, but he couldn't get her. So he was very, very angry. See, in Gita also Bhagavan says that Kamat Krodho Vijayate. When our cravings don't get fulfilled, then gets converted into Krodha, anger. So Sunata Bachana Puni Marana Dhava Mayatena Kahi Niti Bujava. Then Mandodari came in between. She said, "No, this is not proper. This is not a good policy. You should not kill her." So then he said, "Okay." He told all the Rakshasis that you just frighten her and give her a lot of trouble so that finally she accepts. give all sorts of problem to her. सीत ही बहुविधि त्रास हो जाई, मास दिवस महु कहा न माना, तौ मैं मार अभी काड़ी कृपाना. In 1 month I am giving you time. In 1 month, if you don't agree, don't accept my proposition, I will kill you. So Ravan went back to his mahal, and all the Rakshasis who were guarding Sita ji, they started troubling her. But among these Rakshasis, there was one who was called Trijata, who was a devotee of Bhagwan. So what happened? That we will chant after Doha number 10 together. त्रिजटा नाम राक्षसी एका, रामचरण रति निपुण विवेका, सब नौ बोली सुनाए से सपन, सीता ही से करौ हित अपना, सपने वानर लंका जारी, जातु धान सेना सब मारी. तब प्रभु सीता बोली पठाई, यह सपना मैं कहाँ पुकारी, होई सत्य दिनचारी. तासु बचन सुनिते सब डरी, जनक सुता के चरण निप, जहाँ तहाँ गई सकल तब, सीता कर मन सोच, मास दिवस बीते मोही, मारी निशिचर पोच, सियावर रामचंद्र की. हाँ, त्रिजटा नाम राक्षसी एका. There was one Rakshasi. Her name was Trijata. Though she was working for Ravan, she had great love and bhakti devotion for Sri Ram. So Rama Charana Rati Nipuna Viveka. She was totally dedicated to Sri Ram and had good wisdom. So she called all the Rakshasis and she told them, see, though she is now defying Ravana's order directly, because Ravan was great, but Bhagwan is greater than him. So Sabanu Boli Sunai isi sapna. She was expert in, she used to have a lot of dreams. And those dreams used to come true. So she called all the Rakshasis and said, I will tell you, I had a dream. I had a dream. Sita hi sei karahu hita apna. That you please serve Sita ji and that will be good for your welfare. So what did you dream? It's very interesting. She says, Sapne banar lanka jari. See, Hanumanji was also listening to her dream. What she was saying. She says, Sapne banar lanka jari. In my swapna, in my dream, Vanar came to Lanka and he burnt Lanka. Hanumanji was surprised, like, Sapne Vanar, I have come to Lanka, that is fine. But that Vanar has burnt Lanka. This was not planned, like. So he heard this. Then Jatu Dhan Sena Sabamari. And further, all the Senas of this Rakshasa got killed. And Ravan, I saw him sitting on a donkey, totally naked. Not the donkey, but Ravan. And, of course, and he was going, Mundita Shira, he's totally shaven, and Khandita Bhuja Bisa, all his hands, arms were cut, And ehi bidiso dachina disi jai, and he was going towards south. South is the direction of death. So within Lanka manahu Bibhishan pai, and Lanka was, Bibhishan became the king of Lanka, and everyone praised Sri Ram, and Sita ji also then joined with Sri Ram. And यह सपना मैं कहूँ पुकारी होई सत्य गए दिनचारी. This dream I saw, and I am definite that it will come true. So this is a very interesting thing here. Say Hanumanji, his job was to meet Sita ji and give the message of Sri Ram to Sita ji. But so many different circumstances came, and he had to take his decision, which were in tune with what Bhagwan wanted. And during those times, actually, there was no this, WhatsApp and all to keep in touch. So Bhagwan is to send messages to Hanumanji through these various people in a secret way. So here also, when Hanumanji heard Trijata's dream, he came to know that a situation will come wherein I will have to burn Lanka. Later on, we will find that when Hanumanji goes back to Sri Ram, Bhagwan asked him that how did you burn this Lanka? How did you manage to do all that you did? कि कहूं कपि रावण पालित लंका केहि विधि दहेहु दुर्ग अति बंका. That how did you burn this Lanka which is so well protected by Ravan? So Hanumanji told Ramchandraji that I don't have any great strength. It is all your power. He says that I am just Shakamraga. I jump from one branch of the tree to the other. So I jump from this shore to all the way to Lanka. So Nang Sindhu Hatak Purajara. I crossed the ocean and burnt Lanka and killed many of these soldiers and destroyed the garden also. So he changes the order. See, he jumps, goes across the ocean to Lanka. Thereafter, he destroys the garden. But here, when he tells Ramchandraji, he says, I just jump across the ocean and burnt Lanka. So why does he change the order? Because here, he is listening to this Trijata telling that a Vanar will come and he will burn the whole Lanka. That means before Hanumanji could burn Lanka, Ramchandraji had already burnt Lanka. The Lanka was already burnt. In Gita also Bhagwan tells Arjuna, he shows him the Vishwaroop. And in the Vishwaroop, he tells Arjuna, you can see whatever you want. And Arjuna could see all Bhishma, Pitamaha, Dronacharya all killed. The war had not begun, but he saw everyone killed there. And later on, Bhagwan tells him, Ki nimitta matram bhava savya sachen. You just become a nimitta. It's already done. It's like in film also, the song is already sung. You just have to move your lips at the right moment. Wherever it is difficult, we will take the long shot. But it's already done. Similarly, here also Hanumanji came to know that the Lanka is already burnt. I will just become a nimitta in future. So this dream was explained, was told to all the Rakshasis, and they got real frightened. Tasu bachana sunite sabadari, janaka sutat ke charanani pari. They just did namaskar to Sita ji and they left her alone. Jahan tahan gayi sakala tabas Sita kar manasoch. They left Sita ji alone. Trijata said, don't disturb her. Serve her. So service of a bad person is to stay away only. So they just went away. And that itself was a great service. So Sita ji is thinking that within 1 month, if I don't accept, then this Ravan will kill me. And she was very disturbed. So she spoke to this Trijata. So we'll chant at Chaupai. After Doha number 11, Sundarakanda. First you open Sundarakanda, then you open Doha number 11, and after that, the Chaupais are there. त्रिजटासन बोली कर जोरी मातु विपति संगिनी तै मोरी तजौ देह करि बेग उपाय दुसह बिरह बनहि सहि जाय आनि काट रचुचिता बनाई सुनत बचन बद गहि समुझाय से प्रभु प्रताप बल सुजस सुनाय से नल मिल सुनु सुकुमारी अस कहि सो निज कह सीता विधि भा प्रतिकूला मिलहि देखियत प्रगट गगन अंधियारा मानहु मोहि जानि हत भागी सो सत्य नाम करो हरु मम शोका नूतन किसलय अनल समाना देहि अग्नि जनि करहि देख परम बिरहा कुल सीता सोचन कपि कलप सम कपि कर हृदय विचार दीन मुद्रिका डारि तब जनु अशोक अंगार दीन हर्ष उठ कर गहेऊ सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की So Sita ji had become very, very sad, and she thought that the whole situation was totally helpless. So she spoke to Trijata. Trijata sana boli karajori, matu bipati sangini temori. Oh my dear mother, you are like a friend to me. So I want to just now give up my body also. I don't want to leave. Because she had not heard any message from Ramchandraji. She was all alone there in Lanka, constantly tortured by all these Rakshasis. And Ravan also again and again coming and threatening her. So the whole situation was very, very horrible. And she thought that let me just end my life. So, tajau deha karu begi upai. I want to just give up my body. Please help me. Dusaha biraha ab nahi sahi jai. That this great sense of separation which I feel, I can't bear it anymore. I want to just end my life. So please bring some dry wood and prepare a pyre and just light it up. And then I will jump into it and end my life. Satya karahi mama priti sayani sune ko shravana sula samabani. Who will listen to these harsh words of Ravan? I want to just finish my life. So Trijata was totally in a difficult situation. Psychological situation, like what to do. Sometimes you find your own friends, relatives calling you up and saying, I want to end my life. What can you do? Some people tell them that if you end your life, I won't talk to you. What can you do? It's a difficult situation. So she said, Sunata bachana pad gahi samujhayasi, Prabhu pratap bal sujasu sunayasi. So Trijata actually, she spoke to her and she reminded her of the glory of Sri Ram, shifted her attention from the present situation to Bhagwan's glory. If we can just shift our attention to something positive, something divine, something more beautiful, then one will be able to overcome this sorrow and grief. In Bhagavat also, all these gopis felt very sad when Bhagwan Krishna, during Ras Leela also, he disappeared. And in Gopi Geet, they say that just by remembering you, listening to your kathas, we can overcome all your sorrows. So similarly here also, Trijata tried to tell her about the glories of Bhagwan. Prabhu Pratapa Bala Sujasu Sunai. His Pratap, his Bala, his Yasha. She explained to her. Instead of focusing our attention on the sorrow, on our suffering, and trying to contemplate and think how great is our suffering, we should think how great is Bhagwan. Then the sorrow will disappear. But still, Sitaji could not shift her attention from what she wanted to do. So then this Trijata just told her that at night we don't get fire here. Nisina anala mila sunu sukumari. She says, Ratku, we don't have fire and all. She just wanted to postpone delay the situation. So she said that at night we don't have fire in Lanka. And she just told her like that and she left her alone. Asa kahi so nija bhavana sidhari. She went to her own house. So Sitaji was left alone. And Hanumanji was observing this whole thing. Just imagine, the whole situation was so difficult for Hanumanji. Kaha Sita vidibha pratikula. Sitaji is saying that my whole fate has gone against me. That I don't even get fire. Milihina pavaka mitehina sula. And Hanumanji, when he heard this, he was feeling very sad. That here is the mother of the entire world. She is asking for fire. No doubt, to avoid the situation, Trijata did not give. But then at night itself, Hanumanji burned the whole Lanka and created fire there. That you don't want to give fire, I will burn the whole Lanka. So, milihina pavaka mitehina sula, dekhiyata pragata gagana angara. She is looking up in the sky and she saw a lot of these tiny little stars there. They were all like fireballs. So she is there saying that, why don't you come here? Avanina avata ekahutara. Not even one single star come on earth and give me that fire. Pavakamai sasi shravatana agi. Even the moon looked like a ball of fire to her. So according to our own attitude or according to our own mood, the world also looks like that. If we are sad, everything looks very sad. If we are happy, every situation looks very nice and wonderful. If we have, the scripture says, if we have Brahma Drishti, I mean the knowledge of Brahma, then the whole world looks like Brahma only, Brahmamay. Tulsidas ji had that love for Sri Ram. He could see everywhere Sri Ram only. Siya Ramamay sabajag jani, karahu pranam jori jugapani. So depending on our attitude, depending on our knowledge, on our mood, the world also appears like that. So for Sita ji, everything appeared very sad and she looked at the moon and it appeared like it's full of fire. So she's saying that Pavakamai Sashi Shravatana Agi. That why doesn't the moon give some fire to me? Manav mohi jani hatbhagi sunahi binay mamam bitap asoka. Then she looked at that Ashoka tree and the क्या बोलते उसको सत्य नाम करो हरु मम सोका. The new leaves, they were red in color and they also were looking like fire only. No tana kisalaya anala samana. They were also looking like fire. So wherever she looked, she wanted to have some fire. So everything appeared like that. So the new leaves also appeared as though they are made up of they were also burning fire only. So she requested, Dehi agini janikarahu nidana, oh my dear Ashoka, you give me this fire and release me from all this sorrow. And Hanumanji was sitting there and he was filled with sorrow himself. Dekhi param viraha kula sita, so chana kapihi kalapasana bita. That even a short moment was like kalpa, like a large period of time for Hanumanji. He was feeling very terrible. And she is asking for this fire and looking up at the tree. And Hanumanji thought that this is the right moment. See, the whole situation came to this right moment. Sitaji was looking at the tree and the leaves were looking like fire. And she was saying that, please give me some fire. Kapi kari hridaya vichar. At that moment, Hanumanji thought in his mind, okay, what should I do? Is this the right moment? He felt that, yes, this is the right moment. She is expecting something. So let me give her. So Dini Mudrika Dari Taba. Ramchandraji had given him the Mudrika, the ring, with Rama Nama Ankita. So he just dropped that ring and it came there shining like fire. So Sita ji looked at it and she thought that, oh, the tree has given me fire. Jano Ashoka Angara Deen Harashi Utikar Gahehu. So she thought that, oh, he has given me fire. So she immediately picked it up and looked at it. Then what happened? Then we will read. तब देखी मुद्रिका मनोहर राम नाम अंकित अति सुंदर चकित चितव मुदरी पहचानी हर्ष विषाद हर माया ते असिर चिन्हि जाई सीता मन विचार कर नाना मधुर बचन बोले हनुमान रामचंद्र गुण बरने लागा सुनत ही सीता कर दुख भा लागी सुनै श्रवण मन लाई आदि हुते सब कथा सुना श्रवणामृत जेहि कथा सुहाई तब मातु जानकी सत्य सपत करुणा निधान की यह मुद्रिका मातु मैं आनी दीनी राम तुम कह सहित नर बानर ही संग कहु कैसे कही कथा भई संग तिज कपि के बचन स प्रेम सुनी उपजा मन विश्वास जाना मन क्रम बचन यह कृपा सिंधु कर दास सियावर रामचंद्र जय तब देखी मुद्रिका मनोहर. She just looked at it and it was the beautiful ring of Ramchandraji, Rama Nama Ankita Ati Sundara, with beautifully, what you call, the name of Ram was written there. And प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुखमाही, jaladi langi gaya achara janahi. Ram Naam. So when Hanumanji went in search of Sita ji, Ramchandra ji gave him this Ram Naam Ankita ring. Actually, this is also the journey of a seeker towards this Bhakti Mata or Jnana Mata or the Shakti of Bhagwan, that supreme Shanti. And the only thing which will help us to move towards it is Bhagwan Naam. If we take Bhagwan's name, we will be able to reach Sita ji without any problem. So Rama Nama Ankita Ati Sundara Chakita Chitava Mudri Pehchani. She recognized the ring and she was totally surprised. See, the whole situation changed. When we are sad and all, our mind, we become very emotional, our mind is functioning at that time. But when we start thinking, inquiring, when a question comes, our intellect starts functioning. And when the intellect starts functioning, suddenly all the emotion goes away. A person transcends all the emotions, whether it is sorrow, pain, suddenly it disappears. So here also, Sita ji forgot about her sorrow and she was wondering from where this ring has come. Chakita chitava mudri pehchani, harasha vishada hridaya kulani. She was happy to see the ring, but at the same time, she was very sad also. She did not know how it has come here. Hope everything is well with Sri Ram. How that ring has come? Is it the real ring or is it some artificially made by Ravan in his factory? Yeah. Made in USA, we have in India also. Ullas Nagar Sindhi Association. So is it made by someone artificially? So she was very disturbed. Hridaya akulani. Jeeti ko sakai Ajay Raghurai. Nobody can win over Ramchandra ji because he is Ajay. Nobody can win. Nobody can conquer Bhagwan. We cannot transcend Ishvara. So nobody can win over him. And Maya te asi rachi nahi jai. And artificially through magic of these Rakshasas also, this ring cannot be made. So how come this ring has come here? Who has got this? So she was totally disturbed with all. Sita mana vichara karanana. She's thinking in various ways how this ring must have come here. At that moment, she is available. She is ready. She is ready to listen. At that moment, Hanumanji started speaking. But still he is hiding behind the leaves and he started speaking. Madhura bachana bolehu Hanumana. Beautiful, madhur, sweet words he started uttering. And what is the sweet words? Sweet words are Bhagwan's guna only. When we start praising and when we start talking about Bhagwan, those words alone are sweet. Otherwise, all other words are not so sweet. Ramachandra guna baranay laga, describing the beautiful qualities of Sri Ram. And just by listening to this, sunatahi Sita kar dukha bhaga, all the sorrows of Sita ji disappeared. Just by listening to the great glories of Bhagwan. Her attention got totally shifted from all this other situation. See, it's like our sleep also. We might be very unhappy, miserable, sick, having a lot of problem in our waking state. But when we go into deep sleep state, all of problem gets solved. Get solved means there are no problem which can touch the deep sleep state. In the same way, no problems can touch Bhagwan. So when we contemplate, when we think of his glories, we become free of all our suffering, all our sorrows. So sunat hi Sita kar dukh bhaga. लागी सुनई श्रवण मन लाई आदि होते सब katha sunai. Hanuman ji described the entire katha right from beginning till when Sita ji was kidnapped. All this whole katha Hanuman ji told, and Sita ji's all her sorrow disappeared. When we listen to Bhagavad Katha, all our sorrow, pain, trouble goes away, and we are able to overcome this samsara also. In Bhagavad, we have story of Parikshit. He was cursed that within 7 days he will die. So what did he do? He didn't go for some tour or holidaying in some place or something, but he just gave up all his kingdom to his son, and he went in search of great saints. He met many of them, and he asked them that I have only 7 days. Can I gain that enlightenment? Can I gain liberation? Can I gain moksha within 7 days? They said, no, 7 days are too less, 7 days, how can we give moksha? Then finally he met Shukadev ji. Shukadev ji said, yes, you can gain moksha in 7 days also. You just listen to Bhagavad Katha. And he sat there and listened to Bhagavad Katha. Just by listening, his mind became pure. Constantly, whatever we hear, our mind goes there, it keeps on thinking, and by thinking about it, transformation happens automatically. So just by listening to Bhagavad Katha, all the sorrows and pain and bondage of Parikshit disappeared. In the same way here also, just by listening to Rama Katha, Sunata hi Sita kar dukh bhaga, lagi sunai shravana manalai, adi hute sab katha sunai. After listening to this katha, but still Hanumanji was not seen. So she requested, Shravana amrita jehi katha suhai, the one who has what you call made me hear this beautiful story, which is like nectar to my ears. Why don't you reveal yourself? I want to see the kathakar. Sometimes the hall is totally packed and we sit outside and only the speaker is there and we can hear, but we want to see the speaker. Who is the one who is telling the story? So similarly here, Sita ji could only hear Hanumanji. So she wanted to see. So kahi so pragata hoti ki na bhai. Why don't you reveal yourself? I want to see you. See the whole situation. See the beauty of Hanumanji. He waited for the right situation to reveal everything. First he revealed that he gave the angoti at the right time. He uttered beautiful words at the right time. Now he is revealing himself at the right moment. If anything was done in the wrong moment, the whole thing would have been different. So tab Hanumanta nikata chali gayahu. He just came in front of her. She never expected to see a monkey. Firi baiti mana bisamaya bhav. She just turned her face and she was totally surprised. How can he be a monkey who is telling this katha of Bhagwan? So she was totally surprised. Then Hanumanji again he spoke. Ki Rama Dutta main matu janaki. Don't be frightened. I am Bhagwan's Dutta. I am his messenger. I have come to you with a message of Bhagwan. See, Hanumanji is the messenger of Sri Ram. He keeps coming into our life in various ways. We should be able to comprehend the message. Hanumanji came to give message not only to Sita ji, but he gave message to Lankini also. He gave message to Vibhishan. He gave message to later on to Ravan. He gave message to the entire people of Lanka. He's a great messenger. He brings the message, the good message of Bhagwan. But we should have the ability to hear it. It comes in our life also. It comes in the form of some people whom we meet. It comes in the form of some books. Suddenly we come across some books or some situation. We should be able to listen to this message, acknowledge it, not burn the messenger, but acknowledge the message properly. So she also got this message. Ram Doot, my Matu Janaki. Oh, my dear mother, don't be frightened of me. I am Bhagwan's Doot only. I am his sevak. Satya Sapata Karuna Nidhan ki. I am telling you the truth. Karuna Nidhan ki Sapat. I am whatever I am saying is absolutely true. And this mudrika which you are holding, I have got it. Ya mudrika matum mai ani. I brought it with me. And Ramchandraji himself gave this to me as a sign for your recognition that yes, I am the right person. So Dini Ram tum kah sahidani. Ramchandraji has given me this ring so that you can be assured that yes, I am the right person. So Janaki again asked him that Narbanar hi sang kahu kaise? How come this human being and animal, they came together? How did Ramchandraji meet these Vanaras? What was the occasion? Because when she was kidnapped, at that time there was no meeting with these Vanaras. Later on, Bhagwan goes in search of Sitaji. First he meets Shabri, and then Shabri tells Bhagwan that go and make friendship with Sugriva. See, Bali was the king, and she could have very well told him that go and make friendship with Bali, but no, you make friendship with Sugriva. Bali was the friend of Ravan, and he was also adharmic only. So making friendship with another adharmic person will not help. So he says, she said, you make friendship with Sugriv, and he will help you to search Sitaji. So Bhagwan goes and make friendship with Sugriv. He kills that Bali. So all this story Hanumanji told Sitaji. Narabanar hi sang kahu kaise, kahi katha bhai sangati jaise. See, Ramchandraji's life was to integrate different types of people. See, these Vanaras are also like people staying in the forest. Forest people. So the Rakshasas, the forest dwellers, people from the cities, all of them, Bhagwan brought them together. That is the purpose of dharma. Bhagwan has taken avatar for dharma sanstapana. See, Ravan was creating a lot of havoc in the whole world. At that time, great people were there. Vishwamitra was there, Dasharath Maharaj was there, Janak Maharaj was there, but nobody could integrate everyone. All good people were as though divided. And when goodness get divided, that which is adharmic, it rises. So one of the things which Bhagwan did was bring all people together. So he left Ayodhya, he went to the forest, he integrated all these forest people. He met these Vanaras, he brought them together, gave a good king to them, Sugriva. Later on, he fought with Ravan, killed him, and made Vibhishana the king. He didn't himself become the king, he made Vibhishan the king. So in this way, he integrated all these people from different backgrounds. So kahi katha bhai sangati jaise, kapike bachana saprema suni upaja man vishwas. Sitaji, when she heard Hanumanji, she got this vishwas. Yes, whatever he's saying is true. Jana man krama bachana yah kripa sindhu kardas. She came to know that he is the sevak of Bhagwan. By vachana, by words, by action, and by thoughts, that he is the sevak of Bhagwan. See, we have to do Bhagwan's seva with our words also, by uttering good words, by singing the glories of Bhagwan, by our mind, by our thoughts, by proper attitude, and through our action, huh? Words, deeds, and thoughts. So, Jana Manakrama Bachana Yaha Kripa Sindhu Kardas. Then further we'll chant Harijan Jani Priti Ati Gadhi Sajal Nayan Pulkavali Badhi. अब कहु कुशल जाओ बलिहारी अनुज सहित सुख भवन करारी कोमल चित कृपाल रघुराई सहज बानी सेवक सुखदायक कबहु सुर कबहु नयन मम शीतलताता होई अहि निरखि श्याम मृदु गाता बचन नाव नयन भर बारी अह नाथ हूँ निपट बिस देख परम बिरहा कुल सीता होला कपि मृदु बचन बिन मातु कुशल प्रभु अनुज समेता जन जननी मानहु जियऊ ना तुम ते प्रेम राम के रघुपति कर संदेशु अब सुनु जननी धरि धीर हस कहि कपि गद गद भयऊ भरे बिलोचन नीर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। Harijana Jani Preeti Ati Gadhi. Recognizing Hanumanji as Bhagwan's Bhakta, Sita ji developed great affection for him. Her eyes were filled with tears, body with horripilation and all. Budhat biraha jaladi Hanumana bhayav tat mo kahu jalajana. It is like somebody drowning in the ocean and suddenly a boat comes and one gets saved. Similarly, I was totally drowning in this sorrow of separation, and you have become like a raft, a boat to save me from this. अब कहु कुशल जाऊं बलिहारी अनुज सहित सुख भवन खरारी. She is asking that please tell me how Sri Ram is and how Lakshmana is. See, the last she had seen Ramchandraji was when he was running after the deer. So in the forest she saw this golden deer and she told Bhagwan that I want this deer. Bhagwan was there with her. But when we don't pay attention to him, then we look outside and we see deers running here and there. Golden deers. God is within us only. We should be able to look within. When we don't look within, we see outside, but what we see outside is all illusory. I mean, what we see is not exactly like that. It is there, the world is there, but not exactly as we see. Very different. So there was this golden deer, looked like gold only, as though made up of gold, but it was neither deer nor made up of gold. It was that Marich. So she got attracted by the deer and she requested Ramchandraji, I want this deer. Stri Hatta it is called. You can't say no. You have to just take your bow and arrow and run after the deer. No arguments. So he ran after the deer. And you know the story. It took Ramchandraji far away. And then suddenly she heard him shouting, that, oh, ha, Sita, ha, Lakshmana, and all. So she could hear that Marich was shouting, but she could hear as though Ramchandraji's voice. So she requested, Lakshmana, you please go and please see your brother is in danger, please go. Lakshmana says, my brother can never be in danger. Nothing can happen to him. This must be some trick of these Rakshasas. All sorts of people are here in this forest, and Ramchandraji has told me that not to leave you alone. So don't worry, don't get frightened. He is fine. He will be okay. But Sita ji was very disturbed. She thought, no, something must have happened to Ramchandraji, and this Lakshmana is not going. So she got real angry with him, and she uses some harsh words. Parusha vachana jab Sita bola, Prabhu prerit Lakshmana mana dola. That she uses harsh words. What harsh words? Tulsidas ji doesn't write. He doesn't use all those harsh things, but he just mentioned that she uses very harsh words to Lakshmana. Why he's not going and all, she must have told him something. And even Lakshmana, he got disturbed by what she said. And he told, he drew that line and all, and he requested all the devtas that please protect Sita ji, that I am leaving her alone and going. It's not my fault. I know I am going against Bhagwan's words. So please protect her. And he goes, and then Ravan comes and takes him away, takes Sita ji away. It is said, Sadhu avagya turata bhavani kara kalyan akil kayahani. When you do sadhu avagya, then all our punya get destroyed. And instantly calamities fall on us. All this to show this. Actually, this is Ramchandraji, Sitaji's whole life was like a depiction of how we should follow the path of dharma, what happens when we don't follow path of dharma, to show it to us. It's demonstration. So when she insulted our Lakshmana, who is the very embodiment of goodness, instantly things turned. Ravan came and took her away. She was filled with sorrow and pain. So now she recollects all this thing, and she is asking Hanumanji, please tell me, is everything fine with Ramchandraji? Is everything fine with Lakshmana? Anuja sahit sukha bhavan kharari komal chit kripal raghurai. That Bhagwan is filled with so much of compassion in his heart. Kapik kehi hetu dhari nithurai. Why he has become very harsh towards me? Why he is not remembering me? Please tell me about him. Sahajabani sevak sukadayaka. His very vow is to give joy, to give happiness to his sevak, to give happiness to his devotees. Does he remember me? Kabahuka surati karata raghunayaka. Kabahu nayana mama sitalatata huya hinira kishama brudagata. That will my eyes become shanta by seeing him? Is there a possibility of me meeting him again? Please tell me. So her words were not coming out. Her eyes were filled with tears. She says, he has forgotten me. Ahahanath, how nipat besari, dekhi param viraha kula Sita. Hanumanji saw Sita ji with full of sorrow and pain, and he could not bear it. Bola kapi mrudu bachana binita. He started speaking very soft, beautiful words, filled with humility. He says, oh Mataji, Matu Kusala Prabhu Anuja Sameta, that everything is fine with Ramchandraji. And Lakshmana is also very good, fine, everything is well. But he is very, very unhappy. Tava dukha dukhi, because of separation from you, he is also very unhappy. Sukrupa Niketa, who is the very house of all compassion, he is also filled with sorrow because of his separation from you. and you don't have this feeling in your heart कि he is not remembering you, jani janani manahu jiya una tumate prem ram ke duna. Ramchandraji's love for you is double your love for him. He loves you more than you love him. So don't have this type of feeling in your heart. So Raghupati kar sandesh sunu, ab sunu. He said that I have got this message from Sri Ram. You please listen to this message. Then you yourself will know. Janani dhari dhir. You have keep patience. धैर्य धारण करो. अस कहि कपि गद गद भयो भरे बिलोचन नीर. So saying this, Hanumanji was filled with great emotion, and now he is expressing the message of Sri Ram directly as it was given to him. In the same way, he is presenting this message to Ram. Therefore, here he says, Kahehu Ram Biyog Tava Sita. He directly addresses her as Sita. It is not that Hanumanji is addressing her as Sita, but he is revealing, giving that message. He is becoming zero here. A messenger should not have any of his own interpretation actually. He should give the message as it is, without adding any dots and dashes and all, as it is. So here he is, because it's a message from Ramchandraji to Sita ji, he is totally becoming zero here, as though he doesn't exist. Just words are coming from his mouth, but they belong to Ramchandraji. So what was his message? That we'll read. कहेहु राम वियोग तव सीता मोकहु सकल भये विपरीता नवतरु किसलय मनहु कृसानु काल निशा समनिशि शशि भानु कुवलय विपिन कुंत बन सरिसा बारिद तपत तेल जनु बरिसा जे हित रहे करत ते ही पीरा उरग श्वास सम त्रिविद समी कहे हुरे काहि कहूँ य जान अनुप्रीति रसोत नहीं माही प्रभु संदेश सुनत बैदेही मगन प्रेम तन सुधि नहीं कह कपिर दय धीर धरु माता सेवक सुखदाता उरानहु रघुपति प्रभुताई सुनि मम बचन तजहु कद निशिचर निकर पतंग सम रघुपति बान कृसानु जननी हृदय धीर धरो जरे निशाचर जान सियावर रामचंद्र. Kahehu Ram Viयोग Tava Sita. He gives the message of Sri Ram. He says, Ramchandraji has given this message कि Tava Viyog Sita, O Sita, Tava Viyog, because of separation from you, Mo Kahu Sakala Bhaye Viparita. For me, everything has turned against me. Everything as though has become opposite of what they really are. Things, good things also seems filled with sorrow and pain. When we have this sorrow in our heart, even those things which normally give us joy start giving us pain and sorrow only, trouble only. Because it's a strange thing actually. We feel that joy and sorrow is coming from outside somewhere, but it is just getting created in our own mind. The objects which were giving us joy start as though giving us sorrow and pain. So that's what Bhagavan says, Kismo kahu sakala bhaye viparita, navataru kisalaya manahu krisano. That the new leaves of the tree are like fire only for me. See, for Sita ji also the leaves were looking like fire, and same way for Ramchandra ji also similar thing was there. See, in Gita also Bhagavan says that those who approach me in whatever way, I also approach them in the same way. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajami aham. Those who approach me with love, I also approach them with love. Those who take one step towards me, I also take a step towards them. But Bhagavan's step is much greater. So in one step, he can come to you. So in whatever way we approach Bhagavan, in the same way he approaches us. Here Sitaji is like a seeker approaching Bhagavan. She is feeling miserable. She wanted to meet him, and he also is very eager to meet her. So kahehu Ram, mo kahu sakal bhaye viparita, navataru kisalaya mannahu krisano. The new leaves are like fire. They are like fire to me. And Kala Nisasama Nesisasi Bhanu. And the night is like Kala Ratri, the night before the destruction of the entire creation, before the Prakriti Laya. The entire creation merges into that supreme, it all becomes totally dark also. So it is like Kala Ratri. Every day is like Kala Ratri only. I feel as though everything is now coming to an end only. Without Sita ji, I feel that everything is just nothing but darkness and coming to an end. Sorrow, pain, suffering. And Sasi Bhanu, and even the sun, moon appears like sun only. Though the moon gives a cool light, but for a person who is filled with sorrow, even the moon appears as though it is like the sun. Kuvalaya Bipina Kunta Banasarisa. Even the forest of flowers appears like forest of thorn only. And the rain, the cool, the waters which fall, appears as though the boiling oil is falling on me. Barida tapata tel janu barisa. Je hit rahe karatate hi pira. Those who were giving us joy once upon a time, they themselves are as though giving us a lot of pain. So uraga swasa samatribida samira. Even the wind, the breeze, which flows very gently and cool and with lot of fragrance. Trivida it is called. This breeze also has become like the swasa of a snake, the hissing of a snake. Kahe hute kachu dukha ghati oi. Ramchandra ji says that if I share my sorrows with someone, the sorrow as though reduces. If you get someone who can empathize with us, we feel little lighter, we feel little better. But with whom can I share this? I can't share with Lakshmana also. I can't share with anyone. So with whom can I share? Kaheo te kachu dukha ghati hoi, kahi kaho ya jana na koi. Who can understand? Tattva prem kar mama arutora. The love between me and you is the love, tattva prem. It is a very deep and a different love itself. Actually, it is the love it's like the love of gold and ornaments. Love of gold towards the ornaments. And ornament towards gold. Very strange sort of love. We talk about ornaments and gold differently also. And it is not different also. See, if you look at an ornament, you can call it a ring, a necklace, but you can also call it gold. It depends on how you are looking at it. They always go together. Similarly, the love of Ram and Sita ji is tattva prem here. The term is used, very deep and a different love. He says that only my mind understands it. Tattva prema kar mama arutora janata priya eko manumora. That only my mind understands this love, and this mind is now with you only. So manu sada rahatato hipahi. It always remains with you. The mind remains with you. In the Bhagavad also the story is there that Uddhav, all of you listening, na? Don't be restless. Huh? Listen. Idhar udhar mat dekho. So in Bhagavad, only 15 minutes are there. In Bhagavad, before that I won't leave you. In Bhagavad again, Uddhav, Bhagwan Krishna tells Uddhav, his friend, that go and see how these gopis are doing and all. Uddhav had great attraction for knowledge. He thought that he is most intelligent and he appreciated knowledge. And he felt that these gopis and all are full of emotions. So let me go and teach them something. So he comes to Vrindavan, he talks to those gopis, and he tells them, tells about the Nirgun Tattva, and he tells those gopis that keep your mind, contemplate on that Supreme Brahma, place your mind in him. The gopis says that we don't have many minds. Mananahi dasabisa udho, ek hato so gayo shama sangha, ko aradhe ish. Who will worship Ishvara? We had only one mind, that has gone with Krishna now. We don't have mind now. We are mindless. Our mind has gone with Krishna. Similarly here, Bhagavan saying that only my mind can understand this love, and that mind remains all the time with you. Means constantly I am thinking of you only. So manu sada rahatato hipahi. Janu priti raso itane himahi. You understand my love with this much only. Means through these words only you try to understand the love which I have for you in my heart. So this was the Sandesha, Prabhu Sandeshu Sunata Dehi. When she heard this, she was filled with love. Magana Prematana Sudina Hitehi. She just forgot her body also. She was filled with love. So then again Hanumanji started speaking. He says, Kaha kapi hridaya dhira dharumata. You please keep some patience in your heart. Keep some patience. Sumiru Ram Sevaka Sukhadata. Remember Ramchandraji and keep some patience. He is coming. Be patient. Ura anahu Raghupati Prabhutai Sunu Mama Bachana Tajahu Kadarai. You bring the memory of Bhagwan's glory and strength and power and give up all cowardliness. Nishachara Nikara Patanga Sama. All these Nishachars are like firefly, like what you call moths. And Bhagwan's arrows are like fire. Within no time, they will all get burnt into his fiery arrows. Janani Hridaya Dhira Dharu Jare Nishachar Janu. You just understand that all these Nishachars are burnt only. So please have patience. Dhairya Dharan Karo, Bhagwan will come. Then why didn't he come? Why has he delayed coming? So that now he says, we'll chant. Jau Raghubir hoti sudhi pai, karate kahi bilambu raghurai, Rama bana rabi oe janaki, kama barut kaha jatu dhanaki, abhi matu मैं जाऊं दवाई प्रभु आय सुनहि. निशिचर मारि तो हिले जय हई तिहु पुर नारदादिर. मोरे हृदय परम संदेहा सुनि कनक भूधराकार शरीरा समर भयंकर अति बलबीरा सीता मन भरोस तब भयउ पुनि लघु रूप पवन सुत सुनु माता शाखा मृग नहीं बल बुद्धि विशाल प्रभु प्रताप ते गरुड़हि खाई परम लघु ब्याल सियावर रामचंद्र की जय हनुमान की जय। हाँ, जौ रघुबीर होति सुधि पाई करते नहीं विलंब रघुराई. Bhagwan doesn't know exactly where you are. If he knew, he wouldn't have wasted any time to come. Now he has sent me. I will give this message, and immediately Bhagwan will come with the entire army. So Ram Ban Rabi Ue Janaki. Ram Ban is like the what you call the sun rising, and all these Rakshasas are like darkness. So when the sun rises, all this darkness will just disappear. Tama barut kahan jaatu dhanaki. Where can this darkness remain of all these Rakshasas? In fact, I myself could have taken you, but that is not the proper thing to do. Ramchandraji's orders are not like that. See, Hanumanji could have taken, he himself could have killed all those Rakshasas and taken Sitaji, but that is not proper. Like yesterday also I said that if somebody is inaugurating, that person himself should inaugurate. It is not about the strength, it is about the right person doing it. In India, actually, they built a new overbridge, and one minister has to inaugurate, but that minister did not turn up. So people themselves inaugurated and started it. Forget about the ministers. But that is fine for the minister. But here, Ramchandraji has to come and he has to fight with Ravan and kill him. So, abahi matumai jaun lavai. I could have taken you now itself. But Prabhu aaya sunahi Rama dohai. Bhagwan's agya is not there like that. So just wait for a few days. Kachuka divasa janini dharudhira. Few days patience. Kapina sahita ahai raghuvira. With all the monkey army, Bhagwan himself will come here. Nisichara mari tohilay jahi. Oh, we will destroy all this Nishachara and take you back with us. Tihupura Naradadi Jasugahai. And all the three worlds, Naradadi great Rishi Munis will sing the glory that yes, Ramchandraji went and killed. And the glory, when we listen, that itself will reduce all our sorrow and pain. See, even after millions, hundreds of years, thousands of years, we are listening to the same story. Everyone knows the story also, but still we listen. And it gives great joy because it's our own story of our own self. So, Tihupura Naradadi Jasugahai. And Hanumanji had taken a small form because he was hiding behind the leaves and all. And he was speaking like this. All monkeys will come and destroy all the Rakshasas and all. So Sitaji looked at him and she was quite surprised and quite, it was very humorous situation for her. So she asked that, Hey Sutta Kapi Saba Tumahi Saman, all the monkey Sena which you are talking about, are all of them of your size only? She was wondering what Ramchandraji is doing, God knows. Collecting this little vanaras to fight with Ravan, he can just eat them like mungfali only. Jatu dhana ati bhatabalvana. You don't know this Rakshasa, they are very powerful, very strong. And all these vanar senas, even if you have a huge army of these little monkeys, it will not help. More hriday parama sandeha. I have great doubt about the whole situation. I think better you don't come and get killed here. Suni Kapi, when Hanumanji heard this, oh, he realized, oh, she is looking at my tiny little form. Suni kapi pragata kena nija deha. He just revealed his own body. Kanaka bhudhara kara sarira, like a golden mountain. Huge, like golden mountain. This scene actually is the most beautiful. Sita ji is there, and in front of him is revealing his huge, mighty form, which can create fear in the hearts of all Rakshasas. Samara Bhayankar. So very Bhayankar in the battlefield. Ati Bala Bira. Very powerful and like a brave Veer. So when Sita ji saw this mighty form of Hanumanji, Sita man bharosa tava bhayo. उसको मन में भरोसा हो गया कि हाँ ठीक है. They are not just peanuts collected. Good. Puni lagu rupa pavan sutalayahu. Again he took a smaller form and says Sunu Mata. See, Hanumanji, though he showed that form, but still he knows that it is not my strength, it is not my power. Whatever I have belongs to Ishvara only. He says, Sunu Mata Sakha Mruga. I am Shakha Mruga. We are the animals of the branches, means jump from one branch to another. Branch managers we are. We jump from one branch to another. Nahi bala buddhi vishal. We don't have great power, great strength, great wisdom. Prabhu pratapate garudahi khai param lagu byal. It is all by Bhagwan's grace. By his grace, even a tiny little snake can eat Garud. Otherwise, Garud is the enemy of all snake. It can kill all the snakes. But if Bhagwan's Kripa is there, then things can turn also. A tiny little fellow can kill that Rakshasa. If Bhagwan's Kripa is there, that even little monkeys can fight with with all these Rakshasas. Though Bhagwan, he showed her the big form, don't worry about that. Even the tiny little monkey can fight. So, Prabhu Pratapate Garuda Hikhai Parama Lagu Byal. So, after listening to this, Mana Santosha Sunata Kapibani Bhagati Pratapa Tej Balasani. She was very filled with great this joy, and his words of Hanumanji was filled with devotion, with power, with strength. Ashish Deen Rama Priya Jana. She gave him Ashirvadna. Sita ji is giving Ashirvad to Hanumanji, knowing that he is Rama Priya, he is very dear to Sri Ram. She gives him Ashirvad. And what Ashirvad she gives? Ho Tata Bala Sila Nidhanam. May you become very, very strong and powerful, with full of good values. But Hanumanji, there was no change in his expression. Like, she gave this Ashirvad, but he was not happy. He said, theek hai, theek. Ajara Amara Gunanidhi Sutahu. Then she thought maybe I should give something more. So Ajara, may you become free of old age. Amara, deathless. Gunanidhi Sutahu, filled with lot of good values. Still he was not. You give someone tip and he is not satisfied at all. So Hanumanji was not at all. Theek hai. But now she said something and he was filled with joy. He says, Karahu bahut Raghunayaka chou. That may Bhagwan love you very much. May he have great affection and love for you. And when he heard this, he was filled with joy. Karahu kripa prabhu asasunikana nirbhara prema magana Hanumana. He was filled with that nirbhara prema, that nirbhara devotion, because he didn't want anything, nor power, nor eternal life, nor freedom from old age, or all qualities and all. If Bhagwan has love for me, I don't want anything else. If he loves me, then that is fine. See, in Gita also, Bhagwan gives qualities of a bhakta. He says, if a person has got these qualities, he is my devotee and he is very dear to me. Same bhakta, yo mad bhakta same priyaha, adveshta sarvabhutana, maitra karuna evacha. Those are my devotees and they are very dear to me. We should try to become dear to Bhagwan. Many times we declare ourselves as Bhagwan's devotees, but we should ask him whom he considers his devotees. He says, those who don't hate anyone, those who are friendly with everyone are my devotees. So Nirbhara Prema Magana Hanumana Bara Bara Na Esi Pada Sisa. Again and again he does namaskar to Sita ji. Bola Vachana Jori Kar Kisa. Doing namaskar he spoke. He says, Abha Krita Kritya Bhayo Mata. I became now fulfilled. All that I have come here to do, I have done. Ashisha Tava Amogha Vikyata. Your Ashirvad I got, that Bhagwan should love me. This Ashirvad is Amogha. It will not be fruitless. Now, after he had started so many months ago in search of Sita ji, finally he met her, gave that message of Ramchandra ji, spoke to her. Now suddenly he became aware of his own body. He became aware of his own hunger also. Till now he was totally as though possessed, like, till I find Sita ji, I don't have any rest. I can't take rest. I can't just relax and all. Rama kaj kine binu mohi kaha vishram. But now suddenly he became, after seeing mother, we feel hungry a little bit. So sunahu mata, matu mohi atisaya bhuka. Oh my dear mother, I am very hungry, Lagi deki sundar. So how can I cook now? What should I do? He said, don't worry. I saw a lot of fruits on these trees. Lagi deki sundar falarukha. Sunu sut karhi bipina. She said, but there are these guards are there who are guarding that garden and all. So be careful. They can't. You can't go and eat. Parama subhata rajanichar bhari. They are very strong and powerful. These rajanichar rakshasas. Hanumanji says, Tinakar bhaya mata mohinahi. I don't have fear of them. If you give me permission, jo tuma sukhamanahu manamahi. If you are happy in your mind, if you give permission, then I don't have fear of them. See, really everything belongs to Bhagwan only. These people are protecting it, but it doesn't belong to them. So Hanumanji is saying, if you are fine with it, I will go and eat. Dekhi buddhi bala nipuna kapi kahe janaki jao. Seeing him that he is wise and strong, she said, okay, go and eat. A very important message. She says, Raghupati charana hridaya dharu dhari tat madhur phala khao. Keeping God in your heart, you eat all these sweet fruits. In Gita also, Bhagavan says, Mam anusmara yudhyacha. He says, keeping me in your heart, you do your work. Here, slightly in a different way, keeping Bhagwan in your heart, you enjoy in this world. Then there is no problem. Keep Bhagwan in your heart and enjoy. If you forget him and try to enjoy, you will get bound. In the enjoyment also, you should remember God. Don't separate enjoyment from God. Don't separate Sita ji from Ramchandra ji. Then you will become Ravan. Let Sita ji and Ramchandra ji be together. Let Lakshmi and Vishnu be together. Don't separate Lakshmi from Vishnu. Then you are Ravan. If you just want to enjoy wealth without bringing spirituality and divinity in your life, then we are like Ravan only. We will get destroyed. So here Sita ji says, keep Bhagwan in your heart and enjoy this world. Eat whatever fruits you want. There will not be any, it will not harm you in any way. So then what happens, that we will see tomorrow. Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti Gita Maruti Sangita Maruti Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti Duta Maruti भक्त मारुति परम भक्त मारुति भक्त मारुति वीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति गंभीर मारुति मारुति गंभीर मारुति मारुति। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।